I'm fully committed like, hey. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, hey. Shoot him my shot like, hey. Hit the red dot like, hey. Finger on the like, hey, 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 hey. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I steam. Broski, yummy. I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G. I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in it, she just made a beat. I got rolling over. Speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posted with my this say yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I release my soul, now they taking pictures of it.
Now from downtown Minneapolis, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us inside beautiful U.S. Bank Stadium, the home of the Vikings. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee. And off we go from Minneapolis. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. The master of play action, Rodgers. This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Slot receiver headed right. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
He'll get about 2. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker spot to make the tackle. Second down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That's to the right side. He's got Corley. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Rodgers to throw. That's taken in by Conklin, the tight end. A gain of 17 yards. Good for a Jets 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And he'll get this forward only to about the 32-yard line. Throwing, Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard. Sets up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time. Play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Ninth play of this opening drive, trying to keep it going here on third down. This one intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. Oh, big hole left side. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Vikings. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 38-yard line. A big-time run there by Hall. 32 yards.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. They'll go again with Hall. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Tackle made by Nate Landman. Play fake. It's Rodgers. That's Dobbs open left side. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down. Rodgers now. They'll set up the screen to Hall. And he will score. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. It's his fourth touchdown on the year.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he'll bring this to about the 34-yard line. Quinnen Williams there to make the play. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
They'll stay on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He's got it at the 7. That's a gain of 16. And it sets up 1st and goal.
We spent so much time talking about arm strength, and while that certainly has a place in the conversation, look at the touch of this ball, Mike. It's a deep corner route. This ball needs to have the right pace, the right trajectory to not only get it over the second-level defenders, but get that ball down into the hands of his target. He makes it look a lot easier than it actually is.
A run on 1st and goal. They'll come up with nothing there. Fortunate just to get back to the line. And that'll set up 2nd and goal. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Moore. Try it again here from the 7-yard line. 2nd down and goal. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. Now he is in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Will Reichert now on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Reichert out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And the good kick pays off. They'll only be able to take this past the 10-yard line. First and 10. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. That's a short one taken in by Conklin. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
Shotgun snap, and a give to Hall. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Another run here with Paul. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. He's tackled down by Byron Murphy. Here's 3rd and 2. Rodgers. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's going to have enough for a first down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. Now, Rodgers. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Good-looking drive rolls on. 18 more yards. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the handoff, here comes Hall. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. They'll be brought down. Short pickup. It's at the 26. Here's a 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. Rodgers. A throw on the move is caught. And he's in. Romeo Dobbs. Touchdown, New York.
You know, there's so many key factors that allow a play like this, Mike, to have so much success. And, of course, like anything, it starts with the quarterback being accurate. It's such a big part of NFL football right now is the run after the catch, but the accuracy of the ball allows the receiver to turn into a runner after securing the catch. So great job there by the quarterback, and then sometimes it's just a foot race to the pylon and speed kills, and wide receiver gets the ball, secures it, and he does the rest.
We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Throwing here on 1st and 10 is McCarthy. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. The big fella, Quinnen Williams, forcing his way in for the sack. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That is brought in. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. You can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Micah McFadden. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27-yard line.
I would love to see his weapons do a better job, Mike, especially in the middle of the field, getting open in these zones. I just feel like there's been tight coverage, a lot of little windows to throw through, and yes, anytime you turn the ball over, it's on the quarterback, but the rest of this supporting unit needs to do a better job helping him.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Hall running right. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it out of the gun, and it's Hall. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. They'll talk things over before 3rd down. Slot man in motion right. On 3rd down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Breece Hall, the intended receiver. And that'll That'll set up 4th down. On comes the punt team now for the Jets. And he steps into this one, gets off a big kick, angled for the sideline.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Drive will start on the ground. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
On 2nd down, here's McCarthy. And that ball incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That's to the sideline and intercepted. And he's going to give a short field to his offense here as they try to break the tie.
Well, Mike, once again, this drive, it ends the same way their last one did, walking off the field following an interception. Now, you're hoping this is more momentary struggle than it is a trend, but as hard as it is to do, they need to get calmed down. They need to reset because their offense cannot operate at a high level if they don't have confidence in this passing game.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On the give, it's Hall. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here's a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a 4th down decision to make.
He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Jets get 3 here late in the 1st half to take the lead.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this 1st half.
Jets 17, Vikings 14.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. This one taken at the 7. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points. It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
They face 2nd down and 7. From the gun, here's McCarthy. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. But he doesn't, and now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Here's 3rd and 7. McCarthy gonna look to throw again. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
A field goal, no gimme from this distance. They'll go on 4th down. They'll go. Here's McCarthy. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's a run. And this one ruined quickly. Take them back to the 5-yard line.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's in. Jordan Addison. Touchdown, Vikings. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Reichert out now, following the touchdown, as he kicks this one away. Oh, what an unforced error at an untimely moment. Just tied the game, but then the kickoff out of bounds, and the ball comes out to the 40-yard line. So, a couple of first downs will give them 1st and 10. They're at the 41. On the run, here's Hall. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
The master of play action, Rodgers. That's complete to Jeremy Rucker. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
3rd down, 3 to go. From the gun, Rodgers. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll run. This is Hall. It's a pickup of 12, and the Jets have a 1st down.
This is a clear example of a running back who really trusts his speed. He understands if he just holds his line towards the sideline, he's going to outrun most of the defenders on the field. That's exactly what he does. Picks up the 1st down before being forced out of bounds.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
The integrity of the defense, Mike, is based on every defender holding their gap. That's exactly what we saw out of this defensive tackle. Not only did he hold his gap, he's able to shed his block and make the play.
They'll try the right side with Hall. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Dobbs that time. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jets cut the deficit down to 1.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. To throw is McCarthy. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Adams.
So they're implementing a cover 2 system, and what that means is on the back end, Mike, your 2 safeties are going to split the field in half. They got to cover from the middle of the field all the way to the sideline, so they got to have range, they got to have great instincts, and then when they get a chance to get their hands on the ball, they got to be picks.
First down for Aaron. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Conklin. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. And he will get into the end zone. Reese Hall, touchdown Jets. 2nd touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Vikings 21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Off the bootleg, it's McCarthy. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing.
Now, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
Play action now. It's McCarthy. You let this go. Deep for Jefferson. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. And for the 4th time today, he has been intercepted. Picked off by Michael Carter.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run, and it's Hall. Room to run past midfield. Down the sideline to the 20. And he's got another one. Reese Hall. Touchdown, New York. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in one game. That's his 3rd of the game, his 6th this year. Beavis, good on the extra point. And the Jets will extend this third quarter lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. They'll go with a counter on first down, and he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter.
With the score, Jets 35.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's a throw from McCarthy. That's to the left side and taken in by Jefferson. 1st and 10.
That's good. For Vikings, first down. 1st and 10.
Looks like movement over there on the left side, and the flag is down. Kirsten Darrisaw, the first-round pick in 2021. Guilty that time. Here's McCarthy. He's got it! And he will score! Game on! Jordan Addison, touchdown Minnesota. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Will Riker to kick off for the Vikings.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll get him out of bounds, but a good return to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pick.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake, Rodgers. He'll find Hall out of the backfield.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. They'll go with the sneak. Trying to find an opening, but too good in the middle from the defense. They stop this up, and now it is 4th down.
And now this brings up a tough situation, Mike, because even if they were going to consider going for it on 4th down, how do you do so when you couldn't even manage to get a few inches on 3rd down? Disappointing result for them on that play.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20.
At their own 15-yard line.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
A toss, left side, caught by his running back. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. McCarthy from the gun here. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. First and 10 now from the 36. Play action now with Rodgers. He'll let one go down the middle. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. K.J. Hamler. Touchdown, New York. We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down. Now Rodgers. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
3rd and long for Rodgers. That is caught! And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 42 yards.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. But it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
Here's 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Hall. And good hard running will get him down close to a 1st down. Might be a yard short. Two minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. 3rd and a yard. He'll try to run for it with Hall. And he's into the end zone yet again. Reese Hall. Touchdown, Jets. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Mevis, good on the extra point. And the Jets will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. They'll run, and he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through, blow up that play behind the line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. The last 2 runs each lost a yard. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 12. So this one a win for the visiting Jets. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory.